Our next guest this morning, Tyrone Beverly, is helping to pave the way to a more fit and diverse community. Now, we first featured I'm Unique United on Colorado and Company several years ago. Since that time, Tyrone's unique approach to yoga and spreading the word about embracing diversity has got the attention of many, many others. He joins us today with his latest. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you.
Look at you, you big star. So you were just featured in a write-up, right? You were featured in the Denver Post last month.
Correct.
Tell me what the feature highlighted.
It highlighted yoga, diversity, bringing different community members together, and all the programming that we do at I'm Unique across the city, at the Museum of Nature and Science, the Denver Zoo, Wings Over the Rockies, Sports Authority Field. So it's really highlighting what we do with these facilities and bringing different groups of people together that necessarily wouldn't really share the same space.
Which is wonderful. And you have such a golden heart, too. You recently, last month, took time to offer a special tribute to the victims of the South Carolina shooting. Why was that important to you?
Absolutely. I feel like in this world right now, 2015, it's looking like 1960, and a lot of people are disconnected, and there's a lot of race relations that we need to work on. And for us, it's really imperative for us to start working together as a community so things like this don't happen. And those were innocent people, didn't harm nobody, weren't there to harm anyone, and their lives were taken from you know, a toxic mind, a toxic way of thinking. So we really wanted to address that and make a contribution to a better world. We feel like if we can work together, we can actually make a better world. We actually believe that.
Totally agree.
So it's up to us to do the work. So the children of the future don't inherit these same problems, dealing with this race issue again and again, generation after generation.
There are toxic people out there. I think you used the right word, but there are more good people out there like you. So they just need to stand up and, you know, show a united front. So that's nice that you did that. You're always thinking of new ways to approach yoga. Now there's a new twist. Be on the right side of history.
Yeah, and it pairs well with what we just were talking about. Being on the right side of history is, you know, our education systems, our healthcare systems. Every system should really support the people, and that's what we focus on, is how can we build a society that is for the betterment of all people, and that's what we're really working on. So being on the right side is when, you know, 15, 20 years, 30 years from now, were you on the right side of history? Did you speak out on issues that are really important to our society as a whole? So we're not just focusing on asana, just the yoga poses, but what are we doing to contribute to a better world?
Absolutely. Your mama did well. She raised you right, for sure. You're planning a new phase, a special event. It starts September 27th. What is it?
So we're partnering with one of the organizations I've been looking to partner with for a long, long time, Yoga Journal. There's a conference up in Estes Park, and we're about to have a lot of fun at Yoga Journal. Like I said, I've been looking forward to the opportunity to partner with Yoga Journal. So we're going to be up at Yoga Journal, and we're going to have some classes there. It's going to be available for the community, and then we have additional things they'll have going on at the Estes Park, and it's a beautiful location.
Fun, yeah, it's gorgeous.
We got some really good opportunities for people to sign up today. So if they email us today, we can actually give them some discounts, and we'll be able to see them up at Estes Park, being able to enjoy that experience.
Estes Park is beautiful, gorgeous. And he said email today. That email address is at the bottom of your screen. It's imuniqueunited.com. So email today. Now, before we show some more yoga poses, introduce us to who you brought today. Some really great athletes.
Yeah. So here we have Angela up here in the front.
Okay.
Shantae and Miss Celia. And so we have a couple of yoga instructors. We have a teacher, and then we have Urban Brick. Celia owns her own business.
Very nice.
So just a very diverse group of people coming together to practice the asana and really build those community relations we're always talking about. So keeping it diverse and just keeping the people working together constantly.
Excellent. And today you're going to show us some of a portion of what you'll be teaching at the September event. It's called Poetic Flow. So explain what you'll be doing here.
So before I demonstrate the pose, I want to talk about it. So a lot of people are familiar with muscle memory. The body has muscle memory. It remembers what you put it through, but it also has something called emotional memory. So throughout your life, your body remembers all the emotional poses that you were in, positions that you were in, and there's this emotional content that actually needs to be redesigned. So we've developed a practice called the Poetic Flow to kind of retake you through those experiences and recalibrate your mind, recalibrate the body to really put you on the right path. So that's what the Poetic Flow is about. It's about really recalibrating your system and putting you on a positive front to where you're not just going through the poses, but it's actually going to
we have 2 minutes, so let's do it. Show me some of that poetic flow.
So we're in Warrior 2 right here, broaden out the chest. Now we're going to shift the weight to our left foot. We're going to come into what's called half moon. And then we're going to do a Shiva squat. So we're going to squat all the way down, bring our right leg behind our left leg. And our left leg is going to stay forward. We're going to walk our hands to our right. We're going to walk, 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 walk. And we're going to swing our right leg straight back.
Woo!
And then we're going to breathe easy. Exhale, right leg comes back up. And now we're going to walk the opposite direction. And then we're going to come right back up into half moon. and then
Look
some
at
more
that. Very nice.
and bring the hands together. So we do both sides typically in the class, and it's a very nice integrated pose, series of poses that come together for the poetic flow.
I love that you do this, and you do this all over the city. Why not in a gym?
I think a lot of people are intimidated. And I feel like we need to build in infrastructure in all of our facilities to bring in a health component, because everything that we do in life has to deal with our health. Whether we're talking about education, whether we're talking about policymakers, we have to talk about health and wellness on all of those sectors. So we really want to expand the concept of what health and wellness is, so it's available to everybody, not just one group of people, not just at health facilities, but every facility.
Absolutely, and it's also available to children. I love that you're opening the doors.
We have a bunch of children here today, always had the children involved with what we do.
It's good for the mind, body, and soul, isn't it?
Absolutely. Good for the mind, body, and soul, and I think that's what's going to take us to the next level once we get enough discipline to take our lives in a better direction.
So what are the first steps that I should take for a yoga lifestyle?
A yoga lifestyle is the mind. You got to really check in with your mind, your thought process, what you're trying to accomplish, and then go into the asana. Get an instructor that you like, that you're familiar with, and do things that are conducive for your own personal practice. Don't look at the magazine thinking that you have to do all of these hard poses. Just say, what works for me? And that's what you should focus on as you get introduced to the practice, and then just allow it to gradually grow with time. Don't force it. Don't look for instant gratification, but put in the work that you need to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you, ladies. Great job. You can learn more about Tyrone and his work at I'mUniqueUnited.com and be watching for all of his 2015 dates. You can also call this number. It's 303-358-9455. The number again, 303-358-9455. Tyrone's classes bring our community together to enrich the mind, the body, and spirit.